Aloha, and today we're going to talk about rhythms and the importance of rhythm and what it sounds like when you're on rhythm, what it sounds like when you're not on rhythm, and hopefully learn a little bit about Hawaiian food groups all at the same time. So, we are on page 39 of Jason's Ukulele Book. Jason's Ukulele Book, page 39, looks roughly like that. It's a chart of rhythms, and we're going to use that. Here's the cover. Check out Jason's Ukulele Book, LahainaMusicMaui.com. You can pick up a copy for download there if you like. If you only have notes and you don't have rhythm, all your solos just kind of sound like junk. It's kind of like if you have a whole bunch of bright insights of things to say in a conversation, but you just don't know the right times to put them in, then you're just obnoxious instead of brilliant. And the difference has a lot to do with timing and rhythm. So, we're going to bring up a metronome here as an example. And metronomes, most musicians kind of love them and hate them at the same time. But we're going to be at 70 beats per minute. The metronome looks like that. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it here on the recording mics. Now, if we're on page 39, the first line would sound like this. Just right with the quarter note, so we could call it 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to switch notes here and use the C instead of the open A. So we're going to go C. It's perfectly on rhythm, but not very interesting. We don't call it boring, but it will be. Now it's boring. Like after we play 12 notes in a row, it's just not interesting anymore. There's nothing going on, even though there's nothing wrong with it. Let's alternate these notes. Still not super interesting. We could alternate these notes a lot. It would still not be super interesting. We call this white rice informally. White rice. It's a staple crop. Everybody out here likes white rice. But if that's all you have to eat, after a while it gets kind of bland. So maybe you want... That was a little different. What I did is I subdivided the quarter note into what would be called eighth notes. So we could call this sticky rice. Because the kind of rice we have out here, it's not like Uncle Ben's where it's individual grains, right? It's sticky rice. It all clumps together. Sticky rice. Makes it a lot easier to eat with chopsticks, by the way. Can we make that rhythm backwards? Sure, it would be this. So that's a quarter note and 2 eighth notes. So we could describe a food group. Fried chicken. Now if we put that all together, we could have white rice, sticky rice, fried chicken, chicken katsu, loco moco. You might not know what those are. Chicken katsu is like a pounded chicken breaded with panko and then put in a fryer, sliced up, and it comes with a specific sauce called the katsu sauce, which is really yummy. Chicken katsu, usually served on top of a bit of white rice. Loco moco, that's white rice, of course, white rice, right? Then you have a hamburger on top of it, and then a fried egg on top of that, and then brown gravy on top of that. It's called loco moco. It's delicious, sometimes with onions, however you want to dress it up. If we do those lines in a row, we would have white rice, sticky rice, fried chicken, chicken katsu, loco moco, lomi salmon, teriyaki chicken. I don't actually know what's in lomi salmon, but it's yummy. And then teriyaki chicken. Most people know that one. But we've got rhythms. All we're really doing is subdividing notes. We took quarter notes like this. We turned them into eighth notes. We turned those into 16th notes. And then we can mix up the rhythms as we want. If we go on the rhythm sheet, we have Spam Musubi, I love spam musubi. If you don't know what spam musubi is, that's a block of sticky rice, piece of fried spam on top of it, wrapped up in a piece of seaweed. Spam musubi, the shirt for today, right? So the rhythm for spam musubi is this. Spam musubi, spam musubi. You could also have poke bowl, which is a raw fish seasoned in a variety of different ways, often on top of a bed of rice. Poke bowl. So we could do, if we could do the whole sheet, white rice, sticky rice, fried chicken, chicken katsu, loco moco, lomi salmon, teriyaki chicken, spam musubi, poke bowl, shoyu, mango, pineapple, 2 scoops, mac salad. I'm getting hungry. Where are the chopsticks? Chili pepper water on the side. Rest. The idea here is not just to play through the rhythm sheet, although that's what we just did. The idea is to understand that all of those things are in rhythm, however we mix it up. Even the triplets, when the beat was doing this, and our rhythm was going da 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 da, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So we can break up our rhythm anywhere we want. That's 16th notes. 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a... Why is this important? Well, because a lot of people just completely disregard the rhythm of a song, and it's a mess. They get so focused. It seems to me, at this stage, a danger anyway, is, look, we've got scales. Hey, we can transpose them. We can modulate. We've got bends. We've got slides. We've got hammers. We've got pull-offs. We've got vibratos. We've got sustain. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. But if we lose track of rhythm, and it happens a fair amount of time here, you've got to stay together with the beat. So I'm going to start the metronome again, and I'll give an example of something that's with the beat. So everything could be thought of as lining up with a reference of where that is. Now I'll play something that doesn't line up to that beat, and this is actually hard to do once you get used to practicing to a beat. So, God, that was, puts a kink in your neck just listening to it, and imagine trying to play it. It's hard actually to do that because it doesn't line up with the beat. Musicians are always listening to the beat. It becomes part of what we're doing. You can't lose track of the beat. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how many notes you play, how many bends you do, how many fancy schmancy things you do. If you're not lined up with the beat, it doesn't matter. It doesn't sound any good. Even right now, I'm kind of lining where it's up with the beat. It's hard not to when there's a metronome going. So I recommend practicing with a metronome, because then it's easy to stay with the beat. But you must listen to the metronome. You let it be your taskmaster. It's all with the beat. It's together with the beat. That's really, really important. Practice with the metronome. Listen to the metronome. Let the metronome be your guide. When you're playing, you'll usually think, I'm going to turn it off because they do get kind of irritating, but man, they are useful. I use metronomes when I'm preparing to record things, especially. Or when I'm practicing for something, if I know the speed somebody's going to want to do a song, I'll practice a metronome at that speed so that it gets into my bones what's going on. I've done it with bass guitar parts for Doobie Brothers songs. I've done it for playing along to prepare to record a ukulele part for a CD. I've done it, probably not a CD you've heard, but I thought it was pretty good. Metronomes. Timing, rhythm. Seems like it's very boring. It's very important. All right. Aloha.